The Haridra Tirtha at the Banashankari Temple complex is built to manage the behavior of light and liquid with high precision. The site maintains a flawless one-to-one vertical symmetry, producing a totally undisturbed mirror reflection of the stone temple. In a region defined by chaotic torrential monsoon rains, achieving a surface with zero ripples is an engineering paradox. These rains introduce massive kinetic energy to the tank through high-volume, volumetric inflow. This optical stillness is the calculated output of an invisible, subsurface hydraulic machine. The blueprint for this engineering was provided by religious texts, which functioned as precise architectural parameters. These schematic grid lines map directly to the physical boundaries of the tank and temple structures. To understand how this stillness is maintained, we must look past the final reflection and dismantle the infrastructure beneath the water. The Chalukyan builders engineered liquid as a structural element, forcing nature into absolute stillness. The mechanics of that stillness reside in the subterranean bedrock and drainage infrastructure. If monsoon runoff were allowed to enter the main chamber at full velocity, it would shatter the optical mirror. The inlets use a Gundavarti, a step-down velocity-breaking structure. These staggered stone gradients strip the kinetic energy from the water as it descends through the system. Hydrostatic pressure equalizes in hidden stabilizing chambers before the water is allowed to reach the main pool. This analog system automatically regulates the volume of flow regardless of how much rain is falling on the surface. This subsurface regulation ensures the water level in the main tank remains at an absolutely constant baseline. The result is the total dissipation of turbulence and the prevention of the hydrostatic bulging that would distort the mirror. The system operates continuously below the water table to neutralize kinetic chaos. Above ground, the site relies on the optical physics governing the reflection. The Vastu Purusha mandala provides the framework for this optical alignment. Metrical scaling ensures the temple's spire, the kalasha, aligns with the mathematical center of the water surface. The water level cannot vary by even a few inches without changing the focal length and breaking this alignment. The specific mineral composition of the traditional stone light refraction to sharpen the clarity of the mirror. LiDAR data proves the precision of the ancient stonework, showing 90-degree intersections at every junction between the temple base and the waterline. The angle of incidence is calculated so the perfect illusion resolves only from specific, predetermined viewing platforms on the banks.
The Haridra Tirtha is a fixed optical instrument, locking physical and spiritual dimensions into a mathematical absolute. The geometric and hydraulic math fulfills a specific ritual function, realizing the concept of as above, so below. In the practice of Chaya Darshana, the deity and the sacred architecture are viewed through their reflection. This reliance on optics parallels the camera obscura effect engineered at the Virupaksha temple. The physical reflection serves as a literal gateway, uniting the physical world, the loka, with the spiritual realm. The visual stability of the water represents the unwavering nature of the divine. External chaos is physically neutralized before it is allowed to touch the sacred reflection. For these engineers, metaphysics was a science defined by hydrostatic pressure and incidence angles. That ancient engineering sits in sharp contrast to the compromised water systems in the surrounding area. Unplanned urbanization has obstructed natural runoff routes and reshaped the surrounding topography. The growth of deep bore wells artificially shrinks the local water table, starving the original inlets of their source. Raw gutter water and debris bypass the ancient kinetic dampeners, destroying the tank's refractive mineral lining. Continuous vibrations from modern development create waves that fracture the liquid surface. Conservation efforts are underway to map these subsurface systems before they collapse. Maintaining the temple requires preserving the fluid dynamics that keep the structure conceptually whole. If we lose the invisible hydraulic infrastructure, we permanently lose the sacred optical illusion.